friends, I thought I would vlog a little bit today. Today's Tuesday, July, 7th, I think. And I thought I'd start off with showing you kind of an update on my container garden here. I don't know exactly how successful it is. My tomato plants look really good, and they've got lots of blossoms. But it's the beginning of July and I don't have any little baby tomatoes on it yet, on either one. So I don't know if that's because they are like a heritage kind and they just grow slower than a hybrid. I don't really know. But yeah, it's doing really well. My strawberries are doing okay. They had kind of a setback. Sorry about the rooster. They had a setback because I didn't realize this pot did not have a drain hole in it, and we had gotten a lot of rain last month, and these plants were like literally like floating because it was so full of water. So I had to kind of tip the pot over to the side, and Olivia drilled holes in the bottom of it for me. But these things are sending out little tendrils. I don't really want them implanting themselves in the ground. There's a weed. Didn't get any fruit off of it this year, but I'm not really surprised. My peony plants, I don't think they're going to bloom this year because I just transplanted them last year, and I don't really know much about plants, but I think it takes a while for them to get established. This marigold plant, if you remember right, this one got really frosted oh my goodness, that rooster. It got really frosted and it never really did come back very well. I mean, it's blooming, but it would have been so much prettier had it not been frosted. And then this plant's doing really well. This one is doing terrible. I don't know what it was wrong with it. It was covered in blooms when I first got it. They all died, and I deadheaded them. I took the dead ones off, and then since then it's only bloomed one other flower. The other problem I had with these pots, if you see the mulch and everything is all messed up, we had raccoon problems. And those silly raccoons, not only did they try to kill Virginia, my chicken, they actually got in her coop with her. And we had a battle of the raccoons that night, I'm telling you. I had to come out. It was pitch black. She was screaming her head off. She was all the way up to this end of her coop. Of course, she couldn't get out. The raccoon was back here, and it was dark and I couldn't see it. Olivia was out here with her flashlight, and she was shining the light in there and was yelling and stomping her feet to keep the coon back. I had to open up that door, reach my hand in as far as I could, because like I said, Jenny was all the way to this end trying so hard to get out. She kept hitting that wire with her face trying to get out, and only thing I could grab on her was her tail. I had to pull her out by her tail, and I got her out, and she spent the night in our basement, and then she spent about 2 weeks in our shed in a pen, and then Scott reinforced this coop and put wire all the way on the bottom of it because he hadn't put wire on the bottom of it. So now if they try to dig under, they can't get into her because it's all completely wired all the way around. But that was a nightmare that night, and thankfully she was fine. She recovered from her trauma, and she's doing fine back in here now. But anyway, those crazy raccoons, they raided my bird feeders, they tore up my plants, they terrorized my chicken, and I'm not going to go into details, but we don't have raccoon problems anymore right now. We scared them away. Let's just put it that way. So, yeah. Anyway, I think that that had a deterring effect on how well my plants are doing. My plants up on the deck are doing okay. These are my herbs. My basil really needs to be picked. It's starting to go to flower, and that's not good. So I'm gonna cut this back today. This is, what is this plant? Oregano. My oregano's needs to be harvested. This is cilantro. It's going to seed. But yeah, my herbs are doing well. My rosemary plant's doing really well. This flower's doing well. This one got frosted, and I didn't think it was going to come back, but it's come back, and the hummingbirds actually do like it. This plant here, this flower pot was full of really pretty flowers, but this was another one of those cases where I didn't make sure it had a drain hole, and they got drowned and they didn't come back. The only one that came back at all is this plant, and it really looks terrible. So I think, is that a geranium? Yeah, it's a geranium. I don't know. I might just get rid of that and call that whole pot a disaster. My Gerbera daisies are doing really well, and this is a volunteer morning glory. I always get volunteer morning glories, and when they come up, I let them come up because I really like them. And it's climbing my pole that's got my hummingbird feeder on it. This is my peace lily. I bring this in the house in the wintertime, bring it out here on the deck in the summer. Really likes being out. I let the pot get a little bit too dry. I didn't realize it needed to be watered, and it was super droopy yesterday, but we watered it real good and it came back, but some of the bottom leaves are turning yellow, and I think that's because I need to make sure and keep it watered. So anyway, that's the little update on my container garden. My greenhouse is terrible. It's a complete disaster, a complete failure. Nothing I planted this spring came up. The weeds have taken over. Now it's too hot. See the weeds? The weeds have just taken over. It's too hot in here to plant anything. So I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till the end of August. Then I'm gonna completely weed this thing. I mean completely. Get every weed out of it. And try again to sow some fall lettuce and fall spinach. Because otherwise, I mean, I am not a green thumb. I am not. I don't do well with gardening. I don't really like it. I don't like to garden very well. And I think it shows because I just have the hardest time with gardens. I just have the hardest time. All right, well, I need to get off of here and get my chores done and go get my breakfast. I thought I'd do like a what I eat in a day as part of my vlog today on the Trim Healthy Mama plan. And this is my breakfast. Big old giant cup of coffee. 2 of these muffins. I've done a video on these muffins before. It was the chocolate banana muffins from Trim Healthy Mama, out of the Trim Healthy Mama cookbook. I just adapted them. I made them just chocolate chip muffins by taking the cocoa powder out, and I did not put any banana in this time. I just put a few dark, super dark chocolate chips in it. So this is an E breakfast, which means carbs, and the E stands for energizing, for those of you who do not know Trim Healthy Mama. And then I have a handful of cherries. These are the Rainier cherries, and just some sweet black cherries. And then in my coffee, I have it sweetened with this stevia in the raw packets. I'm using this creamer, French vanilla, no sugar, unsweetened, dairy-free creamer, 10 calories per tablespoon, 1 gram of fat, 0 carbs. You can have up to 5 grams of fat in an E setting, so that is well under that. As additives to the coffee, I have this bone broth collagen. It is chocolate and it is sweetened with stevia. I got this from Swanson Vitamins. And then this moringa liquid leaf extract. I put a couple of droppers of that in there just as a morning, part of my morning vitamin regimen. Got this from Amazon. My nephew's wife watched one of my videos, and she suggested that whenever possible I try to link the items that I show in my videos. I've not been very good about posting the links of things very often. I have sometimes, but I'll try to be more mindful to do that more often. The things that I can link, like the stuff I get on Amazon, I'll link them. I got the stevia on Amazon, the moringa on Amazon. I got this at Swanson, and this I just got at Walmart. So anyway, yeah, I thought I'd show you what I eat in a day. If you've never tried the Trim Healthy Mama program and you really need to, I would suggest finding the book at the library and reading the program. It seems kind of daunting at first, but once you get it, once you understand it, it's really very simple. And to the best of my calculation, I've been doing Trim Healthy Mama for 6 weeks now. I did not weigh myself the first 3 weeks because I just have an issue with the scale. I get kind of freaked out about it, and then I get obsessive about it, and then I start weighing myself every day, and it's just not, I just don't have a healthy relationship with the scale. But I started weighing myself, and if I've lost weight, the trend for all the 6 weeks, I have lost 16.8 pounds in 6 weeks. And I'm so happy about that. I've got a long way to go, but yeah, it does work. This program does work. All right, I'm going to go enjoy my breakfast, and then we'll get on with our day. Well, hi friends, you finally get to see my face. It's about 11:30, 11:45, something like that, and I have to get my lunch going here pretty soon because I have to go into work for just a couple of hours. I ordinarily don't work on Tuesdays, but there's a special project that I'm working on. Well, it's actually not really a special project. It's something that I have to work on every month, and I told my boss that I was really finding it difficult to get it done during normal working hours because whenever a customer comes into the store, then I have to drop what I'm doing and go wait on the customer. And so I'm coming in today, and I'm not going to be on the sales floor at all. I'm just going to go back in the office, put my headphones on, and get this project at least, I want to get at least half of it done. And so we'll see. She said we'll see how it works, but I told her if I could come in like 2 Tuesdays a month just for a couple of hours, then I will be able to do a better job on this other part of my job, which is computer work. So So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get my lunch going because I want to eat before I go. It's a little bit early. I had kind of a late breakfast, and on Trim Healthy Mom, you're supposed to wait 3 hours between eating, but if I don't eat before I go, then I'll just have to skip lunch altogether, and that's not a good idea. So I'm going to go ahead and just eat a little bit early, and then go to work. But before that, I had ordered some Bath and Body Works foaming hand wash. You can hear Artie, he's throwing a fit. Olivia's outside. Anyway, about twice a year I order a big shipment of the foaming hand soaps. It came the other day and I just haven't had a chance to open the box yet. So let me open it and I'll show you what fragrances I got this time. I gave Artie a stuffed animal. I put it in, hung it on his cage so he would stop screaming, and now he's singing to it. He always sings to stuffed animals. So hilarious. Anyway, whenever Bath and Body Works pretty much always has a sale on their foaming hand soaps, and so a couple of times a year I'll either go into the store or I'll order online and stock up. I was going to go into the store, but when I went to the store to get some, they were still not open. So I'm like, forget it, I need hand soaps now, so I'm just going to order them online. So that's what I did, and I got a lot of the summer scents. I usually order like summer and fall, and I'll stock up on summery, fruity, floral scents in the summer, and then I'll get more like spicy and Christmassy and fall scents later in the year. So I'll just pull them out and show you what I got. Peach Bellini, Rosewater and Ivy, Fresh Strawberry Tart, Sun-Washed Citrus. Thought it said Sun Smashed. Raspberry Tangerine, Honolulu Sun, and this one's got essential oils. It says it's Fresh Island Coconut, Pacific Palm, and Driftwood. Fresh Lemonade. I love the smell of lemon. Blue Sage and Lime. This one also has essential oils. Coconut Lime Verbena. Kitchen Lemon. Obviously this one's going in the kitchen. The rest of these will probably go in my bathroom or in the kids' bathroom. Not so much the kids' bathroom because they just tend to use it up really fast. Georgia Peach. I wonder what the difference between these two will be. This one has essential oils. And then the last one is Wild Lavender Mint. So those are the soaps I picked up this time around, and these will last me quite a long time. I think the first one I'm going to use in my bathroom is the Honolulu Sun. That sounds really good to me. And then of course this one I'll save and put in the kitchen. This is my lunch today. You saw me putting it together. It has some organic leaf lettuce, some organic green pepper, a few strips that I broke up into pieces, and then some sugar snap peas, a couple pieces of air fried chicken diced up, just a sprinkling of this energy trail mix. Just a little bit, not even 2 tablespoons of the honey mustard light salad dressing. And then to drink, I have a bottle of water, and I put 2 squirts of this Stir water enhancer. This stuff is really good. If you guys are looking for a no-calorie water enhancer that's sweetened with stevia, this stuff is really good. I'm not sure what this would be. I'm going to call it an E because of the breading on the chicken, although I'm not sure how many carbs is actually in the breading. I know the salad dressing is very low fat. I put just a sprinkling of nuts on there, which would keep it in the E, below the E setting. So it's either an E for like a carb or energizing meal, or it's a fuel pull, an FP. FP means there's not enough carbs for it to be an E meal, and there's not enough fat for it to be an S meal. So it's neither. So I'm not, like I said, I'm not sure if it's an E or an FP, but that is my lunch today. Well, I'm back from work. I worked for a couple of hours. I've been back for a couple of hours. Just as I got home, my sister came over and brought some zucchini from her garden, and we sat in the house and chatted for a while. I haven't seen her. She just lives 2 houses down, but you know how it goes. You just don't see people. You get busy and you just don't see people. But we had a really good talk. We're all quite frustrated with the way things are right now in this country, and we just wish that things would be different. But that's all I'm going to say about that, because I don't want to get political and I don't want to talk about controversial things on my channel. But anyway, it was nice to vent to somebody who is like-minded. But while she was here, we had a huge downpour of rain, which we needed so badly. Everything was so dry. And so I thought I'd kind of take you around and look at the property and see if we can find anything interesting to look at. We're going to have supper started here soon. It's already 5 o'clock almost, and Scott's going to grill some burgers out. So anyway, let me turn the camera around and we'll see what we can find. I have to be careful not to get into poison ivy, because we have poison ivy everywhere. I got into some a couple weeks ago, just a little bit, thankfully, but just enough to drive me crazy for about a week. I had a couple spots on my ankle. It was very itchy. I'm very allergic to poison ivy. But I was looking for some black raspberries. You can see in there we have a few ripe ones, but it's been so dry, they're not looking so great. Let's see if I can find a good patch of them that I can get to without fear of getting poison ivy. Well, I've walked all the way around the perimeter of the property, and we have a lot of raspberry bushes, but most of them are not doing too good. They're all dried up, I think because it's just been too dry. So I found this patch that's right by the shed here, and there's a few really pretty black raspberries. I'm gonna eat them. Ooh, they're tangy. They're tangy. Woo! Tangy but good. I'm going to show you my flowers on my front deck. I forgot to show you that this morning. These are my impatiens in both pots. Remember, these got severely frosted and I had to completely replant them. But I absolutely love impatiens. They do so good on my front deck here. This is the south side of the house. It's always shaded on this side. And they just, right now, we just had that really hard rain, so it knocked a lot of the blossoms off. But these things are just loaded with blossoms. They're pretty hardy as far as drought. I don't have to water them very often. And they really like the shade. And they're doing really well. this is what I had for dinner. This would be an E meal because of the bread and the chips, but I have a sandwich skinny, a whole wheat sandwich skinny with a turkey burger. I have half a slice of the Chow dairy-free cheese, which is only 2 grams of fat, 2 homemade pickles, dill pickles, a little bit of onion, a little bit of ketchup and mustard. That's what I had on my burger. Then I had a side salad with raw zucchini, sugar snap peas, spring mix, and just a drizzle of the honey mustard dressing. And then I had a small handful of blue corn chips with salsa. And then I had a Zevia, which is a stevia sweetened soda, cream soda flavor. And that was my dinner. This is my evening snack. It's 9 o'clock now, 9:15. It's been 3 hours since we ate dinner, and I always like to have just a little something. Well, not always, but most always I like to have a little something in the evening. And I have been enjoying watermelon so much. So I'm going to have this bowl of watermelon, and this will be the last thing that I eat today. I will not eat anything else after I'm done with this watermelon. Alright friends, I'm going to go ahead and end this vlog here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and we will talk to you later. Bye bye friends.